All right, looks like the stream has started successfully. So let's get into it. We have 16 titles left to play for the Wanagam Game Jam 2022. It's been one heck of a journey, but it's kind of nice to be getting going through it. A lot of fun games so far. I can't really say there's been a bad one. So, pretty impressive overall. So, let's jump into it. Let's start. I'm just going to kind of randomly go through them. Obviously, if someone wants a specific game played at that specific time, feel free to let me know and we can do that. Hey Axel, how's it going, man? All right, so we have a bird or wing line. This is by It's Vishwa, and Bird is a main character who want to find and combine with their relatives in a minute. Sounds interesting. I've already downloaded all the games, the last ones, so save us a little time on that. So let's just hop on into that and see what it's like. So Wingline. It's a Unity game. Hopefully it runs well. So is it I can't remember, Axel, but is it early time zone for you or later time, or is it late or early for you in the day, I guess? Getting back up to work now that the jam's over. Hope you're doing well. Oh, okay, you're in California. Very nice. Very nice, man. And good luck on work. It's always interesting. Are you a programmer by for your job, or you do other type of work outside of game dev? Am I supposed to touch the birds? Yeah, okay. So I think we're just trying to smash into the birds, combine them. I see a number 6 or on the sides, top left and top right. Okay, so green speeds us up, which I think is what we want. Purple slows us down. I can see that in the speed in the bottom left. So let's just try to collect all these green and see how fast we can get. Woo! Hey, look at that, game over. So I guess it's just a high score game. And for myself, I'm actually doing pretty well. Just enjoying the Sunday. Took the kid out to play some football with his friend and tried to not break myself. So right now you're doing contract work and working at a coffee shop. Interviewing for full-time programming positions for a little while though. Oh, okay. Very nice. So you're an everyman essentially. And for me, I got quite a few titles, I guess. Easiest way to say it is I'm a mechanical engineer. But really it's more like a technician, engineer, designer for automotive industry. I deal with like torque converter components and transmission components. But on top of that, I also do what else? I do like simulation work, so anything from sheet metal forming to just like FEA analysis type work. So it's like the forces and stresses of materials, doing that kind of work. And then on top of that, I also am like our department's key user, so I do a lot of the helping out the department, make sure that their programs are working appropriately. If they run into any other issues, I do contact all the appropriate people globally because we have connections pretty much all over the world. So definitely have my fingers in a lot of pies, always doing stuff. And then outside of that, I do like YouTube. Don't make any money from it, not enough subscribers and whatnot, but just do that for a hobby. And for game design, that's something I've kind of been doing for probably 12 years at this point. 12, 13, 14 years. I don't know, something like that. Just always thought it was fun. I always wanted to do it when I was even younger, but didn't really have the right thought process on how to figure it out back then. I don't know why, but this game is allowing me to like zone out pretty easily. Just kind of relaxing. The music's fairly nice. The concept is simple. It's just a high score game. I wonder what happens if you crash. Oh, nothing. Oh no, it does. I guess you crash and you automatically lose. Okay. Gotcha. Sounds cool. No, literally nothing about cars. And you've been using Unity for about 10 years programming in general and a tad bit longer. Makes sense. It seems like most people that end up doing these kind of game jams or just game design in general have kind of been tinkering around with it for most of their life. So I'm gonna quit out of that. I feel like we can rate this one at this time. So for the fun, I'm gonna go 4 stars on this because, like I said, it allowed me to kind of just chill out and relax and hold a conversation while playing. It wasn't like too mind bending or anything. If I was just focusing on a game that I wanted to challenge, this wouldn't be it. But for this type of situation I'm in, it worked out really well. So that was nice. The art on it, I'm gonna go with excuse me. I'm gonna go 3 stars because it was fairly bare bones. I get that we're like up in the sky and whatnot, but maybe you could have added some like cloud effects or something along those lines just to add a little more polish to the world. It was fairly simplistic overall. The orbs really didn't match a whole lot. Maybe you could have done like if you hit a wind gust that made you go faster, if you hit a cloud that would have slowed you down. I don't know, something along those lines to kind of help give a better feel for that. For the audio, even though it was just a simple song, it was relaxing and you had some chirping going and whatnot, so it kind of matched the world. It wasn't anything too egregious. It matched what you had, and I felt like what you did worked really well. And you didn't even make the audio yourself, so utilization of what you had actually did really well. So 4 stars on that. For the theme, you were combining birds and make them bigger, makes it easier to collect more of the orbs and more birds, but at the same time, it makes it more difficult because you might crash into the pillars or the pink orbs. Oh, laugh out loud. Why is this part 8? Did you miss that much stream? Yesterday, I had to stream 3 times. The first time, I think most people caught that one. The second one only lasted about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't know what the deal was, but my Windows Explorer was just like crashing. So I had to restart the computer, which ended the stream. And then started streaming again late last night to try to polish out a couple more games. So that's how we ended up with so many streams, parts of the streams. But yeah, oh yeah. And for originality, I am going to go 4 stars on this one. because we haven't really seen too many of these games. Actually, I don't think we had any where you were combining player components, making them larger and making it so it's kind of like building on top of itself. Usually, you would see like these combination things. You'd see like slimes combining together, or like snowballs becoming bigger. Just like weird things that mash together, become bigger, and then you collect more stuff with it. That's usually pretty common with this type of theme, but this one we haven't seen it, and you're really the only one to do it. So I think that goes to show that your idea was pretty original for this jam. So nice. So we're gonna save the rating here. Oh hey, you made the QTE game. I like that one a lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a really fun one. The I think the structure of the mechanic was really cool, especially since QTEs have been kind of on the wayside for the past probably 10 years at this point. So we can we get to see this number slowly crawl all the way down to 1. It's going to be pretty satisfying. I think this was one of those really large game files, so just keep in mind that this might not work. Usually these larger game files that are unoptimized tend to be a little difficult to run. So this is Elemental Mannequin. First extract, open run application named Project A. Okay. Looks like it's a Unity game, at least. Maybe. Looks like the Unity robot. Let's try it out. Game Jam. Oh, this is Unreal. Okay. So this could be a problem for my machine. Yep, it's Unreal. No, you were right, Axel. I wonder if it's going to let me run it. It was showing a access request. Video memory has been exhausted. Expect extremely poor performance. It makes sense. So let's go low, low, low. Change everything low. I still don't even know if that's enough to make this work. Let's play though. Eliminate all elemental beings to spawn the boss. Elements have different status effects. Fire burns for a short amount of time. Water stuns. Earth slow. Air does extra damage. When you defeat a boss, you gain that element controls. Hey Malik, how's it going? Left mouse button, light attack. Right mouse button, heavy attack. Okay, F block. E pulls up ability UI. Space rolls. Man, we got quite a bit going here. Let's just try, see if we can even move. Oh, I guess this is the robot on what's it called? The Adobe place. Is it? It's not Rigify. I can't remember what it is right now. Okay, so we can punch, we can move. It's really laggy on my end, so it's not the stream, it's just my machine. I wonder what the heavy attack is. Okay, so you like punch downwards. Mixamo, that's right. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go over here and try to fight this guy. It looks like we have a health bar, shield. It's actually running at least decent enough for me to move until particles and stuff pop up, and then the game is just gonna like go to a snail's pace. Oh, there we go. It automatically locks in. Nice. Punch, punch, punch. Stab, stab, stab. Dude, I'm not doing anything to this guy. Okay, so I am dead. No. I think E was pulls up menu. Let's see. F is block. Was it Q maybe? No. So settings, let's see if they, nope, it's just all the actual settings. Man, I guess I should have paid more attention. Is it I? O, P? Nope, that's just paused it. So it looks like maybe if I come in here, I'll try to touch this big orb thing. Maybe that will give me something. And nope. Oh god, I'm stuck in a corner now. I don't know if it's because the low frame rate's not allowing me to like actually hit the person. Because now I can't even like punch. I've been killed. No. Okay, cool. E pulls up the ability UI. Okay, so that wasn't working for some reason. Show cursor is Alt. Tab, lock on. So maybe we need to go to fire because we're so close to it. Or maybe I just need to get good. I'm still really curious as to why Unreal is just so like unoptimized compared to Unity or Construct or Godot games. I mean, there's really not even that much going on. Maybe the character models are a little unoptimized, but that should not be enough to like kill my machine because I can play fairly recent titles no problem. Okay, I'll block. Maybe that'll help. Tab to lock on. Nope, that didn't do anything. This is the new Dark Souls, pretty much. Oh man. You think it's just Unreal's engine takes more effort to optimize? I think you're right. So we tried the wind, we tried the fire. I guess we'll try the dirt. Roll, roll, roll. Yeah, it's almost like stuff isn't being called out of the scene. Your like level of detail isn't really there, or your LODs. It just seems like there's a lot more setup that needs to be done. Kind of wonder if there's like static batching and things along those lines as well, because Unity is really simple for that portion of it. All right, man. Let's try this. It says tab to lock on, but it doesn't let me move. I hit tab and now it's like not letting me move at all. Okay, there we go. Come on, dude. Punch him. Even if you have to punch him in the butt, just do something to him. Hey, I actually got some damage on him. Surprising. I like the heavy attack. He kind of just like jumps up and like kangaroo kicks and punches at the same time. You got this, robot man. And block. Because he's going to try to get you. Block. Haha, you fool. You missed. Dow. You know what? I'm happy with that. We at least got some damage on somebody. I don't think we're going to do any better than that, though. So I'm going to call that quits on that one, and then we'll just give it a rating. And we'll go from there. Never been super interested in it, to be honest. I've tried it out once, though. Definitely think it's probably the go-to for high fidelity graphics. Just never really have the need for that. Makes sense. Yeah, that was actually one of the earliest engines that I tried to get access to when it became available. But even back then, my machine was pretty garbage. I mean, it was like a, what was that? I want to say it was a 98 gateway machine. So it was fairly old around the time that this became available. Because I think it was 2006, 2007 when Unreal became a thing. So let's do some rating on this game. I'll try to be fair. I know it's obviously not the game's fault entirely for lagging so bad, but I guess that's always the danger of when you have Unreal in a game jam. So for the fun factor, I'm going to go 3 stars because on my end it's not optimized for my machine, so there's a lot of lag, a lot of slowdown. Can't really get things to operate the way that they're intended to. Maybe if I played it off stream, things would run a little bit smoother because there would be less CPU usage and GPU usage on my end. So things would run a little smoother, give me a little more memory budget to work with. But at the same time, I can actually play higher end games and stream fine. So that's kind of an issue. For the art, I'm going to go 3 stars on here. You have fairly basic models. The world was kind of barren. The majority of your game kind of focused on like the actual mechanic of fighting these people. So art didn't seem to be like the big focus or focal point. For the audio, I didn't hear anything. Again, I don't know if that was an issue with my machine, but there was no audio at all. For the theme, I wasn't able to experience it. I'm just going to have to take your word for it that once you beat someone, you would unlock that power. So we'll go 5 stars for that to say that you had it. And for the originality of it, I'm going to go, let's see, I'm going to go 4 stars on there because it seems like a pretty clever idea. No one's done a fighting game that you go around, take on the big bad boss, and then absorb their power to move on to the next one. So that was pretty cool. So that's my final rating for Elemental Mannequin by Dino Sloth. So for me, as long as I don't try to use high fidelity assets from Unreal Marketplace, it relatively fast for the engine. Too bad on my machine. To load on my machine. You don't think there was audio for your either, but it was running fine because you have a pretty beefy machine, so that makes sense. Give me 1 second. Needing to get a drink real quick. That's better. Yeah, I think that's something that people really underestimate when it comes to 3D models. Just because it looks super nice doesn't mean it's actually optimized for your, like, for a game. So we'll do Dungeon Factory prototype. All right, time to work. Gotta go. See you around. All right, Captain Furball. Take care. Try to enjoy work. I know that's always a pain. Yeah, it's kind of crazy with some of the models you see. They're like 100,000 triangles or 200,000 triangles. In reality, they only need to be, I don't know, a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand, just to get the point across. All right, so this is Dungeon Factory by Quiet Benton. I believe that's how you say their name. Controls below. Apologies for no endgame. Ran out of time. Perfectly fine. Unfortunately, got a bit over ambitious in concept from the 9-day jam duration and didn't really finish a complete game. Figured as mine was upload since you got most of it implemented. Machines produce monsters where are output to defend a dungeon from invaders. Okay. Although I didn't really finish the game elements, machine cost, income, good, enemy spawning logic, winning, losing, etc. If you have feedback on the systems present here, I'd really appreciate it. Plan to flesh it out after the jam's over. We can move the camera, move the battlefield view, place basic machines, place advanced machines, click place machine, port to run path. So there's definitely a lot to this, so we'll just have to kind of figure it out as we go for now. You really like the concept of this one. Unfortunate that they didn't get a chance to flesh it out. Okay, so seems like it has potential. Okay, so the ones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then shift 1 through 4. Okay. Don't really know what these are doing yet, but we'll kind of just place them all down just so we have them here. Oh no, did I put that one on a bad spot? Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Remove. Hey, that worked out pretty nice. Okay. So I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to do with that. Despite not having really been made into a game, machines produce monsters where our output to defend the dungeon from invaders. Let's take a look at these pictures. So machines do feed into each other. Do you have to get it up to here? I don't know if that was right. Also, you probably want to press V. Okay. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of monsters. So I can't do anything like that. You said you need a mix. Basically, you want to get 2 of any of the 1 through machines. Feed it into 4 machine. Okay, so can I erase all of this? I feel like I lost, so I'm going to do a restart on here. Those are the enemies you're trying to kill. Awesome. So yeah, definitely need to figure out what I'm doing. So 1, 1, 1. Can I mix these together then? So 2 and 3. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get it into that machine because it's not letting me like pipe it in. Okay. Okay. There we go. And then you said the 5 machine is kind of like the final. Is that doing anything for me now? Am I finally sending anything out? Can I send out soldiers? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, hey, look, I'm actually producing monsters. It worked. Thanks, Axel. Definitely needed that. So let's do this. Oh, so you probably need like whatchamacallit. Is there a way to... Okay, yeah, there is. Delete those. Let's try to figure out how to use these advanced ones. Something like this, probably. And I'll put this here. I guess I'll put this here. And then 5 for my output. Oops. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get these items to work. Got that. Okay, so I need another one of these. What if what was that? This? Nope. This. So let's try this. Okay, that doesn't work. I think I lost though. Because I'm dead up here, but I don't think they said losing was a part of the game, so let's try to get this to work. Okay, so that's kind of what I was trying to figure out. So that doesn't work for that one. So it must be Sheenma 3. So it doesn't work on that one either. Oops. I'm expecting the information on it. Totally simple. Once you kind of get it, you're just trying to attach future or a weaker machine and build it up into the advanced machines. It's just trying to figure out which one actually works with it. I'm not sure why that one isn't taking any inputs. So I will go back to doing this machine, and then I'll use the number 1 machine because I know I can feed it in here. And that should allow me to feed that one there. Okay, so that doesn't work there. So that machine doesn't take it, but I can put it there. Okay, cool. So let's do this. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. And 5 machine is always like the output machine. So now if I hit V, I should be seeing more of my advanced creatures pouring out. Hey, look at that. We made stronger enemies. Cool. Yeah, the description does seem to kind of make sure it makes sense. Let's see. You have an attack, we have a speed, and we have a defense. Combine, merge 2 inputs into a monster, teleporter, send the monster. Oh, okay. So let's see. The 1 is attack, 2 speed, 3 defense. Merge 2 inputs into a monster. Which one is monster though? Let's see. Basic machines. So I guess that doesn't really matter for that aspect of it. It kind of shows you the monsters that it's going to generate too. I didn't realize that. Okay, so it does show up on the screen. Nice. Yeah, no matter what, the 5 machine is always the last. So you pretty much just make a row of 5s and then just keep feeding different combinations into it. So I'm curious, how do I get this one to feed in there? Okay, so that is a different monster. Add some of those boys in there. 4. So this is defense. So if I do 2 big defenses and what were the advanced machines? Refiner, upgrade essence to level 2, shift to 2 combiner. Greater refiner, upgrade to level 2 essence. So I don't need shift 3. So I need, let's close that one and do that. So we'll bump these bad boys up and then I want to combine them. Make stronger monsters at level 2 with shift 2. Okay, this should work then. So I should be making this little square dude. Once I combine make the strongest monsters out of level 3 essence. Okay, so now I can just feed this into a 5. I don't know, I think this is pretty cool. I like the concept behind it. Obviously I got destroyed. I wasn't very good at it, but I do really like the concept of it. It's one of those games where if you had a really solid like intro tutorial, it would really help just the general public be able to figure it out. But with enough tinkering around, we figured it out, I feel like. I kind of like how you were showing it down here, what it was supposed to be. At first, I had no idea, but once I read more and more into it, and with Axel helps, it definitely makes sense now. You actually really like the concept. Possibly one of your favorites from the jam. Just unfortunate they couldn't really finish it. Yeah, it looks like they definitely have a good idea of where to go from here. And it sounds like they're planning on moving forward with it. So for me, I'm going to say for the fun factor, I actually really enjoyed the concept of it. The only thing is for like I have to take everything into account. For the fun factor side of things is excuse me, figuring out the game was just a little tricky at first. You did a pretty good job in the description, and then putting like some UI elements on the screen to kind of make it a little more sensical for people to figure out. But I feel like that's the only reason I'm not giving it 5 stars is just that little bit of entry to barrier, or the barrier to entry. Said that backwards. For the art, I think this game looks phenomenal. Actually, I'm a really big fan of how it all looked, and placing down the pipes worked really well. Looked phenomenal, like I said, and you had a nice smooth transition for the battle view. Some of the UI elements didn't really match, but those are obviously placeholders, so I'm not gonna really criticize it for that. For the audio, I didn't hear anything, so I have to give it low on there. For the theme, I feel like you knocked it out of the park. Combination of monster essences that try to create new beings to be able to fight for you. It's a really cool concept. And again, that really goes into the originality as well of it. Is I haven't seen anything like that. Mashing monsters together that actually are being like manufactured to battle for you. It's really cool. So I feel like that's a really solid rating here. And I do hope to see you continue working on it and whatnot. And I feel like you probably have a pretty solid game on your hands here. Don't know how well it would do on Steam, but you might be able to sell it somewhere. So let's save that. And do this. Okay, we're down to 13 games. Let's go Jammy Jar. Sounds interesting. Remember to press full screen. If not, it will not work properly. Use arrow keys to move, Z to run, X to jump. You can only do these after combining with power-ups. Okay. This is a game where you start as a jar of jam jelly. You can combine with different power-ups, so you can achieve different things like pushing boxes or jumping. This is just a prototype. All right. Cool deal. So arrow keys and Z to X. Very unique control scheme. It's not letting me go full screen. Okay, so we have music. Or sound effects, at least. It's kind of nice to have something with music and sound. It's kind of been dead zone lately. Okay, pretty good start. We're gonna roll. Okay, so you can go in. Anything to the left? Nope. Invisible walls, man. They always get you. Is there anything farther back? It's not letting me go backwards. Come on, Jam. Let me go. Okay. Rolly, rolly, roll. I don't even have to do anything. Just let it roll. Okay. He's not picking up any speed. Let's go this way, I guess. Hey. I can run now. Nice. Definitely not as fast as when he was a rolly boy. Is Is that another power up already? I feel like he's less useful at this point. Oh, hey, we can jump now. Cool. Boing. I don't know why, but I don't trust this character. He's got some shady eyes. Oh, okay, cool. We made it through. Man, that was quick. Wasn't expecting that. That was Jammy Jar by Lude Pig. Butchered that probably. So for the fun factor on this one, I'm going to say 3 stars. For one, I'm not the biggest platformer guy in the world. They tend to be, I don't want to say boring, but tedious to me. But this one was interesting. It had a cool concept, starting off pretty much incapable of doing much except for rolling around. Gaining the power-ups allow you to move faster and jump were pretty unique. There was another game that did something kind of similar, where you had to like find power-ups and build up your arsenal. And I do like that concept for it. So that portion of the mechanic, to me, made this a 3-star for fun. As for the art, I'm going to go 3 stars here. For what you had, is actually cohesive between all the levels. It was a very basic design. There wasn't much there to be like wowed by it though. So that's, I feel like, a pretty fair score is 3. And for the music, again, I have to feel for 3. You had music and you had sound effects. The sound effects actually were probably the best part of the game. The music didn't feel like it fit into the game all that well. So that's why that's a 3 on my end. For the theme, combined with power-ups to become powerful, you had it there. It made sense and it worked. And for the originality, I'm going to go 3. Again, it was just essentially a platformer with just collecting your power-ups to go forward. And that's a pretty common trope for platformers in general. Again, there's a saturation of platformers in general, so it's hard to be original with them. That's why I feel like those are usually the easiest thing to kind of use in a game jam, but at the same time it's the most dangerous because there's so many well known, so many that have been done so well. It's hard to kind of compete with those expectations. So I'm going to save my rating for that. And I mean, still solid experience. 6 short levels, pretty good overall. So we'll save that and we'll move on. And we'll refresh, and man, look at that. Down to 12 entries left to play. Let's do Fortress Invasion. This game was made for the 1AM Game Jam 2022. This is a medieval fortress city living happily till one day a zombie invasion came to take over the city. There are a couple of weapons that can shoot and destroy incoming enemies. Do so for as long as you can. You, the key A and D to move, your cannon, and either click or space to shoot. Maximize game for best experience. Memorize the number at the top and use it on the combination lock to move on to the next level. Okay. A and D and click. And then we also have to remember the number at the top. So I'm guessing that's how you're implementing the combination. Let's look at the, was not expecting that noise. This is a medieval fortress city living happily till one day a zombie invasion came to take over the city. You're a couple of weapons that can shoot and destroy incoming enemies. Do so for as long as you can. A and D to move your cannon, click or space to shoot. Okay, we'll just play. Okay, so we got 4. Oh gosh, the sound effects are a little brutal on the ears. I'm gonna have to take some damage so I can turn the sound down. That's rough. 4, 3, 2. Honestly, you could have made it so you could have just hold down the shoot button for this type of game. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that was the tutorial level. I like the little animation for the cannon. Oh, look at that. We got an extra spinny spin. Three, 4. Three, 4, 1. Okie dokie. Let's try to get this guy. 3, 4, 1, 8. 3, 4, 1, 8. Next level. Okay, pretty straightforward so far. I gotta say the usage of the theme here was pretty loose. I mean, the gameplay itself, pretty straightforward. I've seen a lot of these type of games and jams before, and nothing wrong with that. But definitely the usage of the theme was kind of baked in. At least kind of just my own personal opinion on it. No. And we'll get some shield. This is going to make my hand cramp up. Yeah, always do a hold down shoot button for it. Oh, the 3-shot one can be held down. 1, 3, 6, 8. Is that what it was? Oh, I gotta start over now. Okay, so that's good to know. Too bad it's such a short-lived weapon. Yay, I took out the big guy. Come on, give me something good. Sometimes it's easier just to take the damage. 1, 6, 3, 8. Okay, that's what it is. Oh, here we go. As long as I can actually shoot it. Oh, that's such a relief on the hand. Just being able to hold the button down. 1, 6, 3, 8. Oh no, the big guy's gonna get me. 1, 6, 3, 8. Got it. We are the masters. Do you know how many levels there are, Axel? Or is it just like endless? There we go, there we go. I think it's like 3 or 4. It does end. Okay, cool. So I'll try to be fair. I'll try to make it all the way through this one because it shouldn't be too hard to finish. Oh, come on, let me get it. There we go. The only decent thing about the one that spins around is it just lasts quite a while. I need a turbo function on my mouse to make sure I can play all the way through this. Let's take out the big guy. Take him out. 2657. Okay. We'll at least do 5 levels. We are on level, I want to say 4 now. If the clicking is annoying, sorry about that. I'm just a really bad shot apparently. Boom, 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 boom. Uh-oh. I need to take care of the big guy over here. Get the shield, we need it. Grab the power up. Oh no, he's getting too close for my comfort. This is definitely like the last hurrah. These are some nice square zombies. Ooh, there we go. I need that. Don't waste it. I wasted it. Alright, so the big guys are interesting to me because they have no shields. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, look, we did it. Congrats, you have reached the end of the game. Thank you for playing. Feel free to look on my site for other fun games. Alright, so that was Fortress Invasion. We'll go back and then we'll give it a rate. Whew. I gotta stretch my hand out, that cramped it up. Alright, so for the fun factor on this one, I'm going to give this one a 3 for the fun. One of the biggest downsides to this game was the constant clicking. If you could have added a hold down feature, I believe that would have been most beneficial to you, especially since the power up that allowed you to hold down continuously lasted so shortly. If anything, make it so the power ups popped up more often, give the player a little more relief on their hand. Definitely don't want to get carpal tunnel before the age 25. For the fun aspects of it, the things that I enjoyed was the type of gameplay, this like defense system. I've seen this done quite a few times in other game jams. You have a circular base, you go around, either you're actually shooting or you're using like a blocking defense to try to block incoming objects. It's a very simple concept and it can be a pretty fun concept, but just in this case, the controls is what really knocked it down to a 3 for the fun for me. The art style on here was very basic, but at the same time, the enemies had personality and character to them. They looked like zombies, and I could tell they were monsters and everything. The grass green blob of texture, or I don't want to call it texture, it's just a solid green color. It wears on the eyes a little bit. I feel like the contrast of your enemies versus the character isn't enough to satisfy the eye. As for the audio, excuse me, You had decent gunfire effects. It was repetitious though. It was the same sound. You could use the method of maybe pitching it up or down as you're shooting for a long time, just to kind of break up the monotony of the same sound, or use just random different gunfire clips that are kind of close to each other to help break up that monotony. Uh, 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 and that was pretty much the only sound effect you had. So there wasn't too much there, but where you did use it, you used it in an okay way. For the theme, oh man, like I said in the while playing it, it feels like this was pretty much band-aided in. Like you technically have a combination inside of your game, and this is where my system of yes or no breaks down because the way that I choose it is if you have combination inside of your game, I would say yes, you have it. But usually you have to use it in some sort of way to make it make sense. Uh, so you know what? I'm going to give it to you because you have it in your game. I just want to say it was kind of a weak method of being used. So for the originality of it, I'm going to go 3 on this as well. Just because, like I said, I've seen this plenty of other times. It's basically the same game, but you slapped on the combination thing on top of it. If you would have had to shoot certain enemies or kill certain enemies to get the numbers to get the combination or like hit certain trigger areas, I could see that being more useful. But uh, that's kind of where the originality got killed from. So I'm going to save my rating on this and we'll move on. Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's look at this one's been pretty appealing to me. I've been wanting to play it, so let's get into it. Hippo Development created Escape the Combination Hotel. Escape the Combination Hotel. The rooms are free if you can solve the puzzles and escape. This is a basic point and click escape the room style game made from the 1AM dim dim dim. Can't believe how fast we're moving through these games. Stay the night for free if you can escape the room. Okay, we got sound effects. We got music. Have a nice day. 00010. Yeah, you did say they would be pretty short. Definitely weren't lying about that. So we got a purple dinosaur. Okay, that was pretty simple. A repeat customer. 02002. Okay. Easy peasy. No, it's not for the door. Oh, geez. It's just a bunch of keys. No, I screwed up. I want to restart. Where's the dinosaur? There it is. Okay, 30303. Okay. The puzzles are super simple, but it's got quite a bit of charisma. I gotta say that. Tools of the trade. Okay, so we'll pop these open. I really really hope I don't screw it up. So I'm guessing we can do the vent now. 4444. The music is a little grating on the ears, just a bit. Have you been paying attention? So that's binary and it was counting up, right? But I don't know binary very well. Maybe it's 5. I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with 5, but I don't know what it is. Maybe just all 5s? Okay. Nice. Stay the night for free if you can escape. Well, okay, so nothing happened when you collected all the purple elephants. That's a shame. Or did I not grab it? Oh, I didn't grab it. I'm dumb. I want to get that secret ending if there is one. Boom. Ah, there was nothing there. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. No fancy binary. Yeah, once I started reading into it, it made more sense. It was just 55555. Because there was 1 1, 2 2s, 3 3s, 4 4s, and 5 5s. I just wasn't paying attention enough to realize it. No fancy ending though. I was really hoping for that. So for the fun factor, I'm gonna go 4. Like I always say, puzzle games are usually the ones that I like the most, and this one had a lot of charm and personality to it. A little too simple though, which is why it ended up losing a star here. The art on it, pretty solid. I mean, looks like everything was handcrafted for this, and they all are cohesive to each other. The UI was a little wonky looking, which is which is why I went with a 4-star instead of a 5. Excuse me. For the audio, I'm actually going to go 2 stars on that. The music choice was pretty poor on that. A little droning, a little repetitive. You had some decent sound effects though, which is why I'm giving it a 2. As for the theme, yes, you had just combine items to get out of a room. You obviously got it. And for originality, I'm going to go 3 stars here. Average of the road. It was an escape room game. These aren't the most original concepts ever, but with what you achieved for your own personality and your own charm in the game, I feel like there's enough originality for that. So that's why I'm giving a 3 there. I can't. There's not too much real feedback I can give on this game. It's just an escape the room game. It was fairly easy puzzles, but that kind of works in the favor for a game jam because you don't really want to make a game that's mind melting and no one's going to finish all the way through. So I feel like that's a pretty good pace that you created. And now we can move on to the next one. Boom, refresh. Oh, that number dwindling, just so satisfying. Elements in space. Dish out fire and ice at enemies. An enemy hit by both becomes wet. What happens if you hit a wet enemy? Known issues, none. Prevent play, although the first one might trip some up. Okie dokie. Gotta go to desktop, 1 a.m. jam, and this was the Elements in Space. We got a Unity game here. Fellow Unity dev. AWSD, left mouse and right mouse. Okay. Oh, I guess I should have inverted it. And definitely need to turn down the sensitivity. Oh, can't turn or change the sensitivity. Let's restart. I don't think much is happening with that, so we'll just run away and see what we can do. Oh gosh. I just smash both of these, I guess, and see what happens. I don't know what I'm trying to do. Can I just burn them? Burn them down? Guess I'll just hold it. Maybe that's what my problem is. I'm just not holding them down. I'm clicking it. I like how the fire is just a sprite, not even like trimmed off on the sides. It's just, here you go. Oh no, am I out of ammo? I think I'm out of ammo. Let it recharge maybe. Okay, so yeah, letting it recharge did something. Time to fry. Man, you run out of ammo quick. Okay, so I died. Let's give that a rate. I just wanted to see like what others said about this to see if they like knew what they were doing. Yeah, it seems like other people were having insight issues. Okay. So for the fun factor on this one, I'm gonna go with 3 stars. There's a few things that you did well. The movement felt okay with moving the character around with WSD. The sensitivity of the mouse was kind of wild. Definitely would be nice to have the ability to adjust that. As for knowing what was going on in the game, I had no clue. It looked like I wasn't doing any damage. It looked like I wasn't doing anything to the monsters. I could see some effects on them, but that feedback wasn't enough to tell me that I was doing the right thing. Like a goal or something. Just played around a lot. Okay, so that's kind of what it seemed like. It seemed like this was a more of a sandbox experiment. Just see what you could do with the fire and the ice. It took a minute to realize I could actually hold it down. I don't even remember if it said that you could do that in the instructions, but maybe I just missed that. Also, running out of ammo, I guess is what you would call it. That was interesting. There was no indicator on like why I was running out of fire or ice. So I think for the fun, that's a pretty good rating. For the art, I'm gonna go 3 stars. I like the alien hands or alien guns. I'm not quite sure what these are supposed to be. Those look pretty decent. The effects around the enemies looked pretty decent, but at the same time, I had no idea what they actually meant or what they were doing to the enemy. For your water and ice that you were, or water and fire you were shooting out of your hands. And you could definitely tell they were 2D billboard sprites, which nothing wrong with that, but uh, you can definitely tell that it was just like cropped out of like a fire or something like that. A square image thrown in there because you could even see the borders around it. I'm not going to pick on it too much for that. It's just simple things like that can ruin immersion for trying to get into the story of the game. So for audio, there wasn't really much there to say. So I'm just going to give that a 2. Theme, you're combining the elements, which I get. I'm going to have to give it to you. But at the same time, like I said, there wasn't really much feedback. So I couldn't tell you if that was actually like implemented all the way. And originality, I'm going to go 4 stars for the originality because there hasn't been, I don't think there was another first person shooter yet, right? Nothing to like this caliber though. So I'm going to give it 4 stars for this because this type of first person shooter, dual wielding 2 different elements, hasn't been done. So that was pretty unique. So that's why I'm going to give that 4 stars and save the rating. And let us move on. Alrighty. All right. Make the game. Why not? Made in 4 days for the 1x YAM Game Jam. A combination of designing levels and also playing them. WSD, arrow keys, move, spaces jump. Okay. Exit or enter editor mode, and R to restart. So we need X. So X and R. Hopefully we can go full screen. Doesn't look like it. That's okay. Use the tool button to place blocks. Can't build there. Okay. Oh. I get it now. And then you gotta leave. Okay. I was just a little dumb on that, but that's okay. So we'll erase that. I wonder how far you can jump. I wonder if that works. There we go. Boom. Yay, I did it. Made in 4 days. That's pretty cool. Oh, I wonder, since this block is already here, I'll just leave that one. That way I can utilize it. I'm kind of wondering why. Are you supposed to get more back? I can't move them or anything. First try. Nope, okay. So maybe I need to do that, and then just kind of jump for it. Oh, no, I was so close. Maybe that and that. Can I make those jumps? Oh yeah. Nailed it. So I need one here. Definitely try to keep as much as that as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I have a feeling I'm going to fail majorly. Nope, that actually worked out pretty well. You know, for some reason I keep thinking it's going to be a lot trickier than what it actually is, but no, not too bad. These tiles can't be erased. Okay. So maybe I can jump really far with these. And then kind of jump upwards with these. Let's see if I can do like a... Oh, I must use up all of the tools. You know what? I'll just play it safe. Put that there. I'd be very interested to see how other people went about completing this. Okay, so definitely need this here. That was a pretty good jump. Jump here. I think I can go up 3, and probably here. Oh no, I put it in the wrong spot. Here. Go here. And I could probably go here. No, I need that to be there. I don't know if I can jump that high though. Doesn't look like it. Yep, okay. So this one needs to be moved up maybe to right here. No, I hit restart. What am I doing? I think I could probably jump a little further. Up 3. I don't know if I tried this already. Oops. Now I'm just failing at doing the platforming. Okay, so that is messed up. Maybe if I do that. I'm so close to hitting R each time. There we go. Okay. I'll put that there. Nope, that's not gonna work. Put that here. And let's do this thing. Oh no, I'm a fool. So I want that there. I guess go like every 2. Will that work? Let me place it. Okay. And then I can... Oh no. I guess I don't need the box. The box is a lie. They just want to add in some physics. So I'll just add this guy here. I think I can jump up here, then up to there, maybe. Oh my gosh, why do I keep doing that? That's just like the right finger placement, I guess. We erase that. Maybe I can do that. I wonder if they're wanting you to use the box, but definitely been trying to avoid it. Okay, cool. End. That was another really short one. So many short ones, but that one was really solid. I had fun making the levels. Yeah, that was pretty cool. The erasing the mechanic, or the erasing mechanic from the beginning felt a little wonky, but other than that, it was pretty cool. Just getting used to like how it worked, I guess, is what felt wonky. And what do I mean by that is when I was erasing those tiles, I was expecting to get more grass tiles back, but that's not the way it was working. You just deleted items out of the world and then they were gone. Once you deleted items you placed down, you got stuff back, which I didn't expect to have that happen once I placed an item down, just because the way that the game was trying to teach me how to play. So there was a little confusion there, but other than that, everything else worked really well. The mechanics worked well. The level design was pretty good. A little straightforward, a little simple, but that's good for a game jam. That's why that's getting a 4. The art on here, really tight overall. The levels themselves were pretty simple, and by that I mean there wasn't much difference between all the levels, and it makes sense. You're using like a tile map, creating from that, and you need to make sure it works for every situation. And in this case, it was just a dark background with some grass tiles. So there wasn't a whole lot there, but what you did have, it looked really nice. For the audio, the jumping sound effect was cool. Unless I was just imagining that, I feel like there was a good jumping effect there. The music was pretty soothing. So overall, I'm going to give that 3 stars. For the theme, going to go 5 stars on that. Combination of designing and also playing the level. For the originality of this, I'm going to go probably 2 stars or 3 stars. I'm bouncing back and forth between this. The main reason is because this concept definitely has existed before and is used quite often in game jams. Build your own level in some form or fashion. And it's also a platformer game. So again, it's not the most original type of game mechanic. But I guess for the use in this theme, the way that you utilized it, it was original. So I'll give you 3 stars for that. So we'll save it there. Oh, hey, Malik. This game was nice. Yeah, definitely. Definitely enjoyed the simple puzzle game, I guess would be the way to call it. Some trickiness to it, but nothing too brain busting. Man, 8 more games, guys. Need to try to get through these. So view game. What is Wormel? Wormel is an old school pseudo 3D horror game. You'll need to hack the 3 doors. Graphics is similar to Wolfenstein. How to play. Door hacking is similar to Wordle. When hacking, you need to enter a number combination. If the background of the number is green, it is in the right place. If yellow, the number is present in the code. But somewhere else in the background turns red. The number is not present in the code. Use arrow keys to move, spacebar control, toggle flashlight, and numbers to hack a door. Okay. Okay, so left, right does that. Oh, already passed the hallway. Okay, so there's not a lot going on here. It's kind of like a big maze, I guess. Okay, so I died for no reason, I guess. Maybe you have to have the flashlight flicker on and off every once in a while. Oh no, a big slug monster. I see that they're trying to be like scary, but I also am not sure what is causing us to lose. Oh, so he's just there. So if I speed run this, go this way. Sayonara, sucker. Does the flashlight help? Nope, doesn't help. So I feel like what we need to do is... This was written in JavaScript, apparently. Pretty neat. Okay. So they made their own, like, raycaster system. Alright, so I'll hide here. He should be moving around there, right? Go away! Why? I wonder why the colors and stuff change, if that's, like, intentional. Oh. It definitely went through the wall. Come on, boy. Where are you at? Okay, so he's out of my way. Oh, come on. Hitbox is too big. So we can definitely get him to, like, come around the corner. We got his attention. Maybe instead of trying to go diagonal, I'll try to just lure him out this way. Until he pops up behind me and gives me a big old spookin'. Okay. If I would have been a little more patient, he would have been coming around the corner. I want to get to the actual, like, combination gameplay. And he should be coming around that corner. That's where I need to go. Come on, spooky. Alright, that should be enough then. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Enter code. Two 5 2 6 2 7. Okay, so we are moving on. Is there going to be more of these monsters? Definitely something around, I think. Okay, we're getting close to something. Okay. 4 4. Okay, 4 3 4. So we need... Huh. Definitely looked like it was supposed to be 4 3 4, but it wasn't working. Or maybe I'm just a fool. we'll give it another go. I won't have too much more time to give this game, especially now that I got to see the mechanic. Give me more flashlight juice. So this was 2-2. I'll type that in real quick. Oh, so it changes. So 3-6. Okay. At least I know where it's at. I think there was, what, 3 doors? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Oops. 7, 4, 8. Will I make it? I don't know. Okay, we made it to this door. 1, 2, 3. So 5 and 6 and 7. So 5, 7, 6. Hey, look at that. We did it in 1 minute and 32 seconds. Bada bing, bada boom. Wormhole is done. Okay, cool. So for the fun factor on here, I am going to go... Let's go 4. 4 stars for that. The cool Wolfenstein Doom style gameplay was made it pretty interesting. Running away from a monster or a chaser, stalker character is fairly interesting, is pretty common nowadays. So people are kind of used to that and makes it so it's easy to understand. The flashlight didn't really do much except for add additional light, but it worked to the advantage for that. Sometimes it was needed. It didn't do anything against the enemy, so there was nothing to do against the enemy except just run and hide and try to circle back around. Definitely a unique way of handling it, and I feel like it turned out pretty okay. For the art, I'm actually a pretty big fan of what you did here. It looks like you made a pretty custom full game. I don't know if this was an engine you created as well. I think you did say that you made your own Raycaster engine, which is how you created this, which is pretty impressive. For the audio, it was okay. Felt like generic sound effects and stuff. So yeah, you didn't do it yourself, and it makes sense. It didn't really match the game 100%, and that's okay. For the theme, you had to find the right combination to get through the doors while being chased. So there was a bit of like a pressure time issue going on there. Had a little bit of, I think that's where some of the fun came in. There was a little bit of that stress there. The jump scares really didn't do too much for me, but they were pretty basic jump scares. For the originality, I'm going to go 5 stars here. Overall, a really solid experience, and I'm impressed with what you were able to complete here. So nice work. That was Wormholes. All right, we're getting closer, guys. Okay, view game page. Challenge your friends in the engaging battle of memorization, where the card symbols are shown at the start of a match and bonus combos are performed for extra points. Nothing but fun, guaranteed. Okay, so it's just a memory game. Cool. Let's see my brain fizzle and fry. Haven't met in games. Kind of reminded me of Teletubbies there. To pick a card up, walk over and press the pickup button. Okay. Now try to find the matching card. Success. So what's the pickup button? Now try to accumulate pairs in the order of the bonus sequence to get extra points. Okay, cool. So move. So we're just gonna do this. Press pick up to start. Do you have to have 2 players? Okay, so yeah. I guess I'll play with a controller. I'll be, I think, red. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, look. I got a thing. And then I see like a box. Oops. Oh, a statue? Man, you move really quick when you go on the diagonals. Feels like something got... someone forgot to normalize the movement. Okay, we got that. And then Scorpion was like up here. There's one. Okay, and then pyramids. Boom. Oh no. Yay! I did it. So there isn't much to say about this game. It's just a memory game. Competition-wise. That's always the downside of using 2-player games inside of a jam. There's not always going to be 2 people to play with in this situation. So I'm going to go 3 stars. I can see what you're going for. Memory game combat, essentially. It's kind of a cool concept. That's why I'm going to give the originality a 4. Because it's pretty unique. Definitely haven't seen that done. For the theme, you obviously got it. The audio was kind of not matching very well. You had some sound effects that did work out pretty well, but the music just didn't hit my ear right, you know. For the art, you had some bean capsules and some basic cards with images on it. Nothing too crazy. You had some cool little environment. Looks like it was probably, looked like they were assets that you used. So you just kind of threw random stuff together to kind of give you an atmosphere to work with. And overall, I think you used them pretty well. Again, it just feels a little unpolished or fell short a little bit in that department. So I'm going to save the game here and then move on. Six more games. Survive the Endless. All right, guys, we're cruising through it. Joined the jam and decided to try Godot for the first time. What could go wrong, right? Survive the Endless is a 2D endless runner where you play as an astronaut stranded with nothing more than a jetpack. Dodge asteroids, space debris, and spaceships and do your best to survive. Keep grabbing energy cells or the jetpack will run out of juice. Be careful, the cells are not compatible with the ones of other types. Okay, move, WSD, spacebar for faster movement. B to use temporary shield and to fire blasters. Some unique choices of buttons, okay. It needs more energy to keep flying, so be on the lookout for energy cells. Okay, so we'll go for it. It can't be too difficult, right? Uh-oh, did I die? Oh, I did die, I think. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what the power-ups are. Maybe it's this green stuff? Nope. Oh, if you go off the screen, you die. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. We almost actually had power-ups that time. Maybe we'll get a good RNG this time. This actually reminds me of a game that I made for mobile a while ago. It wasn't very good. It was called Green Boy Nuggy Adventure. It was just stupid little, like, pretty much floating around in space, and that's all you're doing with Baby Yoda collecting chocolate milk and chicken nuggets. I just wanted to see if I could make a mobile game and, you know, do the whole APK package and whatnot. Signed up for the Google App Store and all that stuff for it. Hey, we got some NRG. Okay, I got it. I got enough of that game. Green Boy Nuggy Adventure was a masterpiece. The classic voice acting on it. So, for the fun... Actually, I don't even know if it's still available anymore. I think I took it down because the App Store was going all crazy. Oh, you found it? I could have sworn I took it off. Oh well. Well, enjoy the 5 seconds of misery. Let's go. I'm gonna go 5 stars, or not, sorry, 3 stars on this. It's not available on the App Store anymore, but there's a whole bunch of websites that store the APKs. Okay. A bunch of old games are saved as well. Isn't that crazy? It's like you're not even intending for it to be stored somewhere, but people are like, yep, time to preserve it. Just like archive. 3 stars for the fun on this. It's just, like I said, even the game that I made that, that was like this, it was not the greatest thing in the world. You're just floating around. The controls were pretty responsive. The power-ups, you were kind of at the mercy of RNGesus on that one. I never knew if the random power-up was going to show up or not when you needed it. So that's kind of where there's luck versus skill. And in this case, there's just a lot of luck involved. Sometimes you just had a wall of garbage with like no real way to get through it. So those are the things that are hard to balance. As for the art, you had some cool different debris and everything. So the astronaut looked nice. The debris looked pretty decent. I knew what everything was supposed to be. So for that portion of it, I'd say okay. At first, I didn't know what the power-ups were supposed to be. So maybe something on the tutorial page to kind of point out like what they were supposed to look like. Because there were some items that were like green and orange, and I thought, okay, cool, I could pick those up. Nope. They had to actually have to be like a glowy orb around it. So that was one thing that was a little confusing, art direction wise. Audio had like an ambient music-y sound to it, so I'm okay with that. Theme, you have to combine power cells to juice up your astronaut to be able to go around. You had health pickups, so you had the combination there. And originality, I'm gonna go 3 stars here. This type of like floating through space stuff isn't like groundbreaking in any means, but making sure you have like some control over it using like the power ups added the spice of originality to it, which is why I'm giving it 3 stars. And for the people who are watching, 3 stars is average. That's the middle of the road. It's not good. It's not, or I don't want to say it's not good. It's not like fantastic and it's not horrible. It's right in the middle. That's usually like the good road. So that's what 3 stars means to me. So I'm going to save it there. So that was Survive the Endless. 5 games remain. Battle tactics. I need a drink. So you got any embarrassing games that you're got back out there? It's always like the very first games you make, you're just like, oh man, I'm so proud of this when you're making it, but then you look back and you're like, oh man, that's cringy. Hello, first of all, this is an incomplete version of my game. The idea was to make a battle tactics game similar to Fire Emblem and Advance Wars, but your troops could engage in long combats for many turns until one of the units is defeated. Oh, tons. I made some when I was like 12. Yeah. Can understand that. The strategy is to flank the enemy's units, infantry, and cavalry, and use the terrain as advantages. First time trying to make these type of games, so be nice. Yeah, there was actually a software that I used for a while. I mean, I was like 17 or 18 at around the time. It's called Alice. Actually, some of the very first videos I made for YouTube was for that. And it was a very simplified, like click and drag UI interface to build stuff, kind of like a game maker. I'm not sure. Can I move them? I guess in turn. Oh, okay. I guess I'll move him. Oops. I guess. Huh. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. I can't end the turn. This is the entire game, as you can tell. Okay. So they were able to make like a unit-based movement so far. Okay. So I think that's what we'll go for on that. So for the fun on this, as of right now, as it stands, I'm gonna have to get this a slightly low score. I know this is the first time you made this type of game, and it's also for a game jam, so do not feel bad for a 2 on this. The only reason I'm giving it 2 is the current state it's in. If you keep working on improving this, I can see it being greatly improved, especially if you're learning how to do like turn-based strategy games. It looks like you have a good structure to start with. It looks like you're learning how to do the movements. You'll just have to figure out how to implement the actual turns, move counts, and looks like you're using a grid-based system, so you should be able to do that fairly easily. So it looks like you have a decent foundation to build off of on this. For the art, I mean, it looks like you made it yourself and everything matched pixel size wise. The contrast wasn't bad at all. So I'm going to give that 3 stars. There was no audio, so I can't give you any higher than a 1. As for the theme, The player needs to combine the units to defeat the enemy troops. If each one fights alone. See, I know what you want here, what you're wanting to do. Use the units to defeat like the main guy, combining their strengths, beat them. It makes sense, but it wasn't implemented into the game. So I think what I have to do here is go for the one just because it wasn't implemented into the game. If you actually defeated the enemy or had the ability to do that portion of the mechanic, I would have gave you 5 stars here. And again, the score is just based off of what you currently have available to us. And for the originality, I'm going to give you 5 stars for that. The main reason being is we haven't really seen one of these like real time. I guess it's not real time. This is a turn based strategy game movement type of deal. In this case, the game just wasn't really anywhere near where it needed to be like up in a playable state. But I'm still glad that you turned it into the jam. It shows that you tried something and it looked like you probably learned quite a bit from it as well. So keep building on the foundation and keep growing. So we'll save that rating. And we'll go here. And the number keeps dwindling. Game page. All right. So we got menu is the mouse or arrows, movement arrows, WSD, space is jump, change ability is Q or E, use telekinesis and portal, press enter. The abilities, rabbit, detective, psychic power. Oh man. You have to have like a whole decoder here to figure it out. It just says enemy. Read the minds of NPCs. So we'll just kind of donk around and see what we can do. Oh geez. Okay, so I had to be in disguise for that. There's no music or sound effects. Kind of sad. It kind of reminds me of Super Mario Bros. 3. Oh, I can double jump. Okay. That is what I needed. Okay, I don't remember what it said about the squares. Maybe I need that to move. Okay, telepathy, telekinesis. There we go. Something like that. Perfect. And then I need to move my abilities back to double jump. And I made it. Need to be in disguise. Or do I have to... Carrot vision, telepathy, circle. Of course. Double jump. Circle, triangle. Do I need telekinesis as well? I'll drop that on the ground. Okay. So, oops. And there we go. We'll grab this. Oh no, there's so many of them. Okay, so this was 2. And this guy here is 1. Oh no, did I lose it? Oh man, that was like way off. This one is 1. And I'll go to... Ah, crap. There we go. Nope. I needed telepathy. 3 is square. Okay, and full. Not sure where that box is. Oh, yeah, that's the one that I threw. Threw like a madman. There we go. Had to bust it up. Boom. So, pretty clever so far. Looks like carrot vision is what we need. Maybe. Okay, so that's portal. Not sure. I think that's it. I think that's the end of the game, maybe. Okay. That was it back at the beginning? Okay, there we go. Room. Now we have everything that we need to be able to beat this final level, I would imagine. It's kind of a shame there's no music or anything. The character is kind of cute though. Nice little squash and movement effects going on. Room. Oh no. Do I need to be in disguise, eh? That doesn't make sense. I need carrot vision when I get up there. Why? There we go. Oh, I screwed it up. It's okay. So a portal here. Boom. Done. Alrighty. Perfect. That was a really solid game overall. Sorry for being quiet on that one. I was just kind of philandering about on that one. So for the fun factor on here, I'm going to give it a 3-star on here. And the reason you're getting a 3-star is because the actual gameplay and mechanics were really solid all the way through, and the visuals were pretty nice. The only downside was there was no like player feedback, there was no sound effects, none of that to really help sell the gameplay. Uh, Sadly, games really are sold around the 3 pillars of audio, art, and gameplay itself. So if you're missing something, usually you're going to get hindered by it. So that's kind of where this got hurt. For the art, like I said, everything looks like it was custom made. Everything matched this entire world. The character was a cute character. So overall, that was really well done there. Audio, it was non-existent, so I have to give it a 1. For the theme, you were combining different powers to get different abilities, so that was really cool. And that was an original idea for it. Can't really say anything else other than that for that portion. So let's move on. All right, 3 games remain. Let's do QB Companion. Excuse me. So let's download. Oh no, I already downloaded that. What am I doing? This is QB. I really hope there's music or sound or something. It's been really quiet lately. I like how this is the generic like 80s world sprite that you see everywhere on like lo-fi music and whatnot. So let's play. There was no instructions, but it looks like it's just a platformer. I'm not seeing anything special. I'm hitting just random buttons. Okay, so doesn't look like that's doing anything for us. Can I click and drag? Nope. So I can kind of like break the physics by tapping the jump button a bunch, but it's not enough. So let's Alt F4 out of this because I can't escape. And let's see. I just want to see if there's instructions anywhere. Do you combine efforts? Buggy. So maybe it just was a little buggy right off the bat and we missed something. Didn't like there was anything on the description for it. Maybe I can use the pink one or the purpley pink one to do something. Come on, let me fall. There we go. Is this what I need to do? That doesn't look like it. Maybe there's a coyote time that I'm not accounting for. Okay, yeah, seems like there is. There should be a key where it will attach a colored block to you, essentially. Okay. It's not enter. Is it E, Q, Z? Z. Okay. Nice. So that helps. Oh no, it's falling. So now, is it Z releases? X. Q, E, Z. Probably some weird button combination, maybe. Okay, so it wasn't tab, that's for sure. Let's try this. Nope, that didn't work. All right, Alt F4. Maybe they have a README file? Doesn't look like it. Hey Brian, how's it going, man? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Jumping up, combining down arrow key or S key. Okay, we'll give this one more shot. Try to be fair to it. Okay. There we go. No. Perfect. Relatively short. Okay. So I should be able to get back up here. Talk to my purpley friend. Okay, so I need to do something like that, I believe. What? Definitely a little buggy, like they said. Okay. No! No, 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 no! Alright, so I'll leave him there. Pick him up. So they said S. Can't do anything when you jump on top of them, so that doesn't work. Not quite sure how I pulled that one off, but it works. Just got done with the crew battle tournament. Oh, cool. So what is there to do? Grab this. Uh-oh. Nope. Don't want that happening. That could have been bad. Come on, let's make it to the top. So crew battle was the whatchamacallit? Smash tournament, right? Started at 3 p.m. Oh dang, so you've been doing that for quite a while. Okay, so let's grab this guy. Make it up here. I think we just beat the game. That works. Come on. Thank you for playing. Made by TJ Libishk. All right, quit out of there. Let's do the rating on this. So for the fun factor on here, I'm going to give it 3 stars. Again, it was a platforming game. Nothing super original here. It was cool using the combination effect, though, of moving the characters. It was definitely buggy. It wasn't the tightest controls, for sure. For the art, I'm going to go 2 stars here. No, let's go 3 stars. I mean, everything did match. It's just very basic cubes, but you can definitely tell on the graphical side there wasn't a lot of effort put into it. But sometimes that's all you need is some basic shapes, and you had gameplay behind it. For the audio, again, there was nothing there, non-existent. Theme, you had to combine with the other cubes to get going. And originality, it was a platformer. It wasn't the most original thing, so I have to give 3 stars. So I'm going to save that, and let's move on. Elemental Assassin. Strania, born in dark corners of the universe, now with the knowledge to turn celestial bodies into weapons, is ready to exact vengeance on everyone who wronged her home planet. Use the correct combination of elements to gain the most use of the powers and conquer their planets. Controls move with WSD or arrow keys. Aim with mouse and shoot with the left mouse button. When active, you can use Z for the stealth, pick up black hole power up, X for shield, pick up for the comet for shield. Okay, so we can use X or Z and do that. Do this. Doesn't look like we can go full screen. Okay, cool. So you have volume control, got music, got sound effects. And and we'll just do this. It's kind of weird that it keeps bouncing back and forth. It's like it wants you to go back to the main menu. Okay, I picked that up. Oh, now I'm slow. Okay. Oh no, not long skinny leg man. Base would be a 3x3 tag tournament. Okay, makes sense. Looks like I might be dying. No. Let's use X and Z. Alright, so I'm almost dead, but that's okay. I wish my movement speed was a lot more. Let's get into this fight. Looks like, yep, I died. Alright, so I feel like that's pretty much all there is to that one. Just find the right power-ups to continue on. It's just a high score game by the looks of it. And conquer the planets. Yep. So that's pretty much all there is. All right. So for the fun factor, I'm gonna go give this a 3. Since there was a 3x3, there was over 500 attendees. Dang, man. That's a lot of people to be around, especially trying to play in front of them. All right, so 3 for the fun. The gameplay itself was pretty tight. There wasn't a whole lot of enemies. Movement was a little slow. It was just kind of a slow-paced game, which for me, unless it's a puzzle game, it needs to be on the little bit of faster side. It doesn't hold my attention very long. For the art itself, I'm going to give it 3 stars, because there are items that I can definitely tell you that you made yourself, and then you just had some like out of place items for like the UI, the characters walking around trying to kill you. Some of it just didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me visually, so that's kind of why I went that direction. For the audio, you at least had audio. You had music and you were able to control it, so I'm glad you had that. It just felt like it didn't match your game though, so that's why I have to give that a 2. And for the theme, you were combining power-ups, so you got it. And this was an original idea. We haven't had one of these like tank games before, so I'm going to give you 5 stars for that. So I'm going to save the rating. That was Elemental Assassin. All right, guys, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the very last game, and this is by Vicentius, and it's a downloadable game. This one I've seen a lot of the progress work, so it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Planetary is a simple factory builder game where you're aware your ultimate goal is to make the planets, combine the elements into different elements using a combination of different machines. Right mouse button to place an object, R or mouse scroll wheel to rotate objects, and 1 to 6 for selecting an object. All right, come on, let's do this. So it looks like credits to Kenny as well. So Planetary executable. Excuse me. So a really strong main menu, that's for sure, made by Vincent Versnel. So let's just play. Welcome. Got some good sound effects and music, some atmosphere going. Rail unlocked. Use this object to connect resources to their destination. Tip, hold down right mouse button and drag to build multiple objects. quickly. So it looks like I gotta grab that. So you have to use the left mouse button. So Rainforest, looks like that's level 1. New rail, corner rails. Okay, cool. So if I go this way, place it up, go here, here, need that. Pretty far, really calm gameplay. No! Okay. Almost screwed that one up. I wonder if there's like a score, if he was going to make a score-based system based off of like how many elements you used. New machine. The combiner machine can be used to combine elements together. Rotate objects. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I definitely want something like that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Oh, I'm a dingus. I forgot to finish building the rest of it. I mean, this is actually like insanely good for a 9-week or a 9-day jam. There's a lot to it, a lot going on, a lot of charm. Everything's working really well. The UI is really clean. Nice work. The combiner can also be used to split elements into elements that are made out of it. So you almost have to build backwards. So if I do that, let's do it. Bam, bam, bam. The cool thing is there's like no like loose state right now, and because this is like a lot of experimental stuff going on here, it's kind of a new concept. I'm sure there's games that are like this, but these type of games I normally don't play in general, and I haven't really seen something like this in a jam before. So this is actually really well done. Oh no! Can I? Oops. I didn't realize what was going on here. I'm a fool. I'm a foolish fool. Definitely do that. Can I like overlap them? Or do I have to do it one by one? Okay. Cool. As I was giving the game praises, I didn't even realize I was screwing it up. Awesome. I'll do one more level and I think I'll call it quits because I think I've pretty much seen everything that I need to at this point. We'll build this out. And then do this. I must be screwing something up here. Maybe I need... I don't know what sear is. So maybe... I got this backwards. let's try this. So it's not creating anything that way. What if I split this up here? What does that give me then? Gives me water. Okay, so then I have to combine those two. So is that like sewer? Is that what that's supposed to be? So that means I can delete this. Go here. I need to delete this. And put something like that. Do that. This. And then I'll lead this. Something like that should give me what I need. Cool, clever concept. I enjoy that. So it looks like I do have to utilize this then. If I do that. Okay, I beat it. So, at least that level. Let's go back to the main menu, see what that does. Levels. So we made it not even halfway through, but definitely really cool concept. I really like that. This was a really good game to finish out on. I'm glad we saved it for last. So for the fun factor, I'm going to give that 5 stars. For the art, give that 5 stars. The audio, I'm going to go 4 stars. You had some pretty good sound effects, but the mixing on them was a little off. Some of like when the big combiner factory was going, there was some like really sharp, loud sounds coming out of it. Felt a little unnecessary. Especially since this is kind of like a chillaxed puzzle game. I don't feel like you really need anything intense happening. Just kind of nice, mellowed out sound effects would have really helped with that. For the theme, obviously got it. And like I said, I haven't really seen anything like that before, so this is pretty strong originality here. So I'm going to say this is darn close to one of my favorite games so far that I played. And that was Planetary by Vincentius. So very nice work, man. And I got to say, overall, for everyone who joined and whoever entered their games, I'm proud of everyone who has entered. I played through every single one of them. There was some games I didn't get to play, actually, like Sticky Blocks. That one was never able to be played. Sadly, I have to give it all ones, just because it says that it was never uploaded. I've heard people say that they've actually played it. People left comments on it, but for some reason, the game is just gone. So that's why that one I have to give all 1 stars, and I'm sorry for that. But yeah, other than situations like that, everyone, like I said, 3 stars or above. There was a couple 2 stars or 1 stars, and in those situations, it was always like a very big extreme, like they didn't have enough time, they didn't have enough experience, or they were trying something new and they were just testing it as like a prototype. So those are really good indicators that this group of people who submitted definitely care about what they're working on, really showed a strong foot forward and was really going for it. So I appreciate everyone taking their time making the games, sharing the games, and I also appreciate everyone who followed through this experience with me, going through all the games. Definitely took a lot of time and effort and energy, so Yeah, I appreciate everyone sticking around for as long as they did and keeping me company while I did this. So, with that being said, I hope you have a good night. Take care, stay safe, and see you the next time.